Hey T Jennings, this is Jessica Peterson with Peterson SEO. I spoke with Melody earlier and she thought you would definitely want to check this out. So today I'm going to show you 3 tips you can start applying right away and it's going to make a huge difference. And I know that it will because I've applied these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys. So I'm super excited she accepted this for you because right now you guys have 0 traffic coming to your website organically. Now I know you guys have been around 55 years and you have an established brand and you probably have lots of referrals and other ways you're getting jobs. But with most people searching online and 90% of people who search not being in these positions, they don't know who you are or who to call. So most people are not actually going to be searching your brand. They are going to be searching for the service they need. So being able to be indexed and ranked for those keywords to drive that organic traffic is huge. Not having that means you're losing 60 to 70% of the available jobs every month in each area that you serve. Okay, so that is huge loss. Now, so when it comes to ranking a website on Google, it isn't based on appearance, it is based on content. So even though your website looks nice, that's not enough to get it to index or rank, okay? I do like that you have your phone number up here. This phone number really needs to be a click to call. This button is, but this needs to be click to call. Make it easy for your customers. They're not going to search. They're not to try and get a hold of you. I also recommend having a form right at the very top up here because we see an 80% conversion increase with that. It's hard enough to get people to your website, but when they do, we want them to convert. So having click to call features throughout your page, on every page, and having those forms on the top is going to help your conversion ratio. Now, like I said, when it comes to ranking, Google ranks based on content. So Google does want you to have separate pages for all your individual services. I'm not seeing an actual water damage restoration page, though. I see a property restoration, but that's not the same thing. So definitely need a water damage restoration page if you are doing water damage restoration. Okay, so we have some very basic pages here, but I think we're missing some critical pages for your website, for your services. Google wants you to have a separate page for each individual service. That way that entire page is dedicated to one service. Talking about all the different strategies and the processes and procedures, the equipment that you use, answering the most common questions your customer has, and focused around the local keyword for that service. So depending on where you want to focus, whether you're in the Redlands or you're focusing in Los Angeles, okay, you guys have a huge service area. So whichever area you want to be your main focus, this entire homepage and all of these service pages needs to be built on the local keywords for that one location. We don't want to combine a bunch of different locations and counties and keywords on a page. It is very confusing. Google's not going to know how to help you or who to send to your website, okay? So we need one location, local keywords for all these pages. Then you can have separate service area pages for each of the areas that you serve and focus on the keywords for those areas on those pages. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? So that would be like in Los Angeles, you'd be water damage, Los Angeles water damage restoration, Los Angeles, okay? People search differently. We want to capitalize on the different ways people search to be able to drive as much potential traffic to your website. You do need a lot of written content. We need at least 1,500 words or more of written content. If your competition has 1,500, you will need more than they have. You're going to want 2,000, okay? So more content, better quality content. We don't want just generic information. We want stuff that's actually going to be helpful and beneficial. We want to be answering the most common questions they have, okay? All your images and videos also need to be optimized with those local keywords. So let's just take one here. So it just says group. So obviously that is not optimized. So you need to optimize every single image for those local keywords. Okay. Let's see. So, like I said, you do have a decent looking website. It's just missing a lot of the basic fundamentals we have to be able to get keywords indexed and for Google to actually start sending people to your website. Google has crawlers that go and index and scan all of your pages. It's going to scan all videos, all images, and all of this written text on every single one of these pages. Okay? To learn about what you guys do, who you are, and where you serve, so that they can actually send people to your website. And so when it doesn't have that, Google doesn't have enough information to be able to actually bring people to your website. Okay? Now, your top competitor in Los Angeles is SERVPRO. Yes, being a franchise. And the thing is, you're not competing as an entire franchise, just the local franchisees in the areas that you serve. And these franchisees are not allowed to modify these sites and go with their own keyword and content strategy. They're giving this generic pages that everybody else is given, which Google doesn't like. So you just have to do better. We don't want generic information. We want better quality, useful information. You need more of it, focused on those local keywords. So, having more blog articles, more pages, service area pages, better quality and more content, etc. All of those things are going to help you be more competitive in each area you serve and eventually help you to outrank those competitors. Now, we know when your customers do a search, they're going to do a search similar to this in Google, okay? And when they do, there's three main areas your website has the opportunity to be in top positions for. Generally, the first are going to be ads. Those are cost per click ads and local service ads like these. And these can be really beneficial if it's what you want to do, as long as you have your process dialed in and you're not sending your ad customers to generic website pages. They have to have designated landing pages that work with the ads, or you're not going to get those conversions and you're going to have a really poor ROI. Okay. The second section here, this is the Google Business Profile, Google Maps section. Your goal is to be in the top 3 because 30% of people come straight here and they don't go anywhere else. So when you're not one of these top 3 companies, you're leaving money on the table. Okay, so in order for your website to show up, I'm sorry, not your website, your Google business to come up here, you're going to have to further optimize that profile. That means going out and getting a bunch more citations, which are simply listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and putting those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, Angie's, House, Home Advisor, even more social media platforms. Okay, all of those are citations. You do need a lot more of those. And then this third section is the most important section. This is your organic section. This is where 60 to 70% of people come. They'll skip the ads and the maps and come right here. So it is absolutely critical for your website to show up here for the services and the location that you're serving. When you don't, you're losing 60 to 70% of the available jobs every single month. Okay, so in order for your website to show up here in the areas that you serve, it all comes back to the foundation of this website. Okay, do you have the proper pages, content, and keyword strategy or service pages to bring customers to your website? And are you supporting that with backlink SEO. So if we look here, you guys have a rating of a 15 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow, which isn't terrible, okay? Most of the websites we audit have much lower scores, so this isn't terrible, but it definitely needs work, okay? The higher this number is, the more Google trusts your website, the more it's going to help rank and increase your rankings, okay? Now, your website is a tool, and like most tools require power. So we send backlinks to our website to supply it with power. So we need a lot of backlinks. We need more than our competition has, but not all backlinks are good backlinks. We only want the good quality do follow links closely related to our business. So those are going to come from other service area businesses, home service businesses, vendors, related directories, etc. Okay, so we need more than our competition has. And then as you do, it will help index and rank keywords and help to drive traffic. We can see here we don't have anything indexed and no keywords. You just don't have a whole lot of content or keyword strategy going on, okay? If we look at SERVPRO, this specific location isn't doing any of the SEO because they can't fix what's wrong on the website for the SEO to work for them. However, because this website is so powerful at a 75, this website is able to push power to all these back pages, all these little franchisees all over the place. It's able to push that power to help them index keywords and rank. So just this one specific location for SERVPRO in Los Angeles, and there's multiple, but just this one, is getting over 972 people to this one page of their site, okay? That's a ton of traffic that you're missing out on. And if we look here, we can see they are ranking, okay? These are all in the second position. There's 10 spots per page on Google. The higher you rank on Google, the higher you get to number one, the more of the available traffic volume that you can get. With top positions can get up to 40%. So like this one keyword, water damage restoration Los Angeles, gets 600 searches every single month. And this person's in position 2, and they're getting over 33% of this traffic, okay? So even when you do rank on the homepage, you want to keep working on it to get as high as possible to capture a lot of this traffic. But as you can see, just water damage in just Los Angeles has a couple thousand in searches alone. So having those service area pages, doing the dedicated service pages, content, keyword strategy is absolutely going to be critical for you, and then support it with your backlink so you can start capturing this traffic as well. I hope you found this video to be helpful and informational. Please feel free to take all the information I've given you, run with it, apply it yourself, and start helping more people today. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a growth partner in this process, give us a call, because at Peterson SEO, restoration marketing is our specialty. And so we specialize in helping guys just like you. So please feel free to reply to my email, give us a call, and we'd be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I do look forward to hearing from you soon.